Players are going to a steakhouse tonight. Who's putting down the most?
Oh man, you got to always put your money on the offensive line. Brendan Mann, you got to put some money on him. I'd say Connor McGovern's probably got a good chance. Will Fries is probably underrated, but I'm saying he's probably got a good chance to put some down. There's probably some guys that we want to make sure they don't put too much down because we still need them to be active on their feet for the next couple days. So, but there's some good ones, and I know I can eat probably more than I should, so I'm gonna try to do some damage as well.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Speaking of the offensive line, what do you think is going to be the key to kind of what you're going to be focusing on to be able to prepare for kind of what Washington's bringing defensively up front?
Yeah, I just think it's communication between knowing the fronts, whether it's a 3-down or a 4-down front, but also just getting our hands in the right spot, taking a great first and second step, getting our cleats in the ground, and then just battling and fighting and trying to get as much movement as humanly possible. Great players that we're going against, so you're going to have you're going to have to fight all the way through the end of the play, and I think that's the key, and I think these guys are ready for it.
I was talking earlier to Mike and Saquon, and they talked a lot about at the end of the season going back and kind of looking at every game to work on things that they thought were really good and things that they need to get better on. Do you do that together as a coaching staff at the end of the season, and if so, kind of what did that yield?
Well, obviously this is a little bit of a different season because of everything that happened. So we do that more probably after the bowl game. We do that during the season, during bye week we do a little bit, and then obviously we do it after every game. So we know what we need to work on after every game and those sort of things, and what things have been good to us, what things we need to improve on, and things like that. But as an overall self-scout review, we'll do after the bowl game, really after recruiting has finished. We got to get through that and finish this great class that we have. But at that point, we'll go through it and see, hey, what's been good to us, what do we need to add, what do we need to take away, and keep streamlining everything. It's more about streamlining than it is necessarily adding. More and more isn't necessarily better. So we want to make sure that we keep it and we execute the plays we have very well.
When it comes to game planning, is there anything specific that you could go back on and draw on, like maybe Big Ten games or other bowl games in terms of preparation for Washington specifically?
I think each game is different. Obviously, the preparation week is the same, and how our kids prepare and the things that they work on are the same, but each opponent has different nuances that we have to focus on. Obviously, Washington has some very good defensive line that is highly regarded, but their linebackers are great players too, and they've got some unbelievable players in the secondary. So I think this is one of the greatest things of Washington is just the balance of their defense all the way through. They've got great players throughout all three levels, and so it's going to be a great challenge for us, but I know our kids are excited.
You mentioned their secondary. I was talking to Mike a little bit earlier, and he said that the corners were probably bigger than any of the corners that he's seen before. What do you see on them from film?
Yeah, they're big guys. Their safeties are too, but they do a nice job of playing within the scheme. I think that's probably the thing they do the best is you can tell how well they're coached because you can't tell them apart. They have very similar techniques all the way through. So if you just couldn't see their jersey numbers, you couldn't tell them apart. And I think that's a sign of great coaching, and that's what you're trying to do as a coach is to get your guys play with the same techniques and fundamentals as much as humanly possible. So, yeah, excited about it. I know our wideouts have watched a lot of tape and about how to attack these guys. And as an overall offense, I feel pretty good about the way we've been preparing. I feel really good about the plan we have in place, and I also feel great about how our guys respond to challenges and how they play under the lights. So excited to see how it's going to go on Saturday.
Speaking of preparation, is it better that kind of signing days out of the way, finals are out of the way, graduation's already taken place, and now the team can kind of just focus solely on what they need to do to get the win against Washington?
Yeah, one thing I've been preaching to them is just to be present. I think that in a bowl game atmosphere, you've got to be where you are. So if you're with your family and you have downtime, you need to be with them and you need to be focused on being with your family. If you're in meetings, you need to be focused on being in meetings. If you're at practice field, you need to focus on being on practice. If you're hanging out with your buddies and playing PlayStation and doing those sort of things, then that's what you need to be focused on. You need to be, because that's what's going to make this experience great for everybody, is everyone being focused and being present in the moment that you're in. And I think it's something that I know I struggle with sometimes. A lot of people struggle with always looking ahead and what's next. But this is all about being present in the moment and really focusing and on what you're doing at that moment.
But at the same time, with all the fun and activities going on, how do you kind of get the team to be able to, on a day like today, switch it on, get out to practice and really focus on what's going on?
It's these guys love to play football, right? So going out on the field, sometimes that's really what they're looking forward to is okay, yeah, all this other stuff's going on, we're excited, but they want to go play ball, and they love to be able to be with their teammates and play football, and that's the thing they love to do. And I think that's a thing that's really overlooked on great teams, especially in college, is the teams that love to play the most, those are the teams that are the best. And I told our guys earlier this week that the team that loves the game of football the most, that's the team that's going to come out on top, because that's the team that's going to prepare the way they're supposed to prepare. That's the team that's going to play the hardest, and from there, we'll see how it goes. So I firmly believe that the game repays people who love it, and so I think we got a lot of guys who love this game and love playing it and love everything about it. So I'm excited to see how it plays out on Saturday.